Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Conscious Living TV show. I think it just went live now, but we had some technical difficulties, but we are back and stronger than ever. I'm Kim Hester. This is Jamal, my husband, and this is our Conscious Living TV show that we have every Saturday at 6 p.m. where we share empowering information to live more consciously. Now, today's topic is going to be the digestive health and weight loss and the connection. Just a little bit about our story. We've been at a holistic center, Life Strength and Health Holistic Center in North Plainfield, New Jersey. We're coming up on 8 years, which I can't believe we've been doing this for that long. And for me personally, it started as my own personal journey. You know, over 13 years ago, which I can't believe I'm saying that, I was in a different career. I was in tax accounting. I'm a licensed CPA in the state of New Jersey. You know, I made great money, but I was just miserable. I just was unfulfilled in my career. And you know, I just emotionally ate. I ate away my unhappiness. I went from a college athlete to someone who just was sedentary, just a sedentary lifestyle, just work and go home, not really being active, and it started to take its toll on me. And I met Jamal then, who was then my friend, and Jamal was always interested in natural health and holistic health, even before he had formal training. And he started to introduce me to certain aspects of just the connection between what you eat and your health. And I started to do some detoxing and just improving my diet, what I was eating. And I started to see results. I started to see a transformation happen, and it just inspired me to live this lifestyle. I just, you know, it was just so amazing to me. And I love seeing our clients when they start to see success, the correlation between what you eat and your health, and how sometimes you can get you so used to, you know, feeling a certain way. But when you start to make shifts and changes in your diet, it just opens up the pathways to so many other things. So I was just so passionate about it. I consumed this information that it inspired me to change careers. I went to massage therapy school first, and I went to colon hydrotherapy school. And Jamal went on for his formal training as eventually becoming a naturopathic doctor. But it's just been a long journey. It's been a great journey. And it inspired us that we need to get this information out there to everyone else, because it just wasn't out there, or people got so inundated with information that they just didn't do anything. So we just wanted to provide a place where people could come, get clear answers, get decisive directions, and get support on their journey towards living more healthily and having optimum health.
Yeah, and like she was saying, we've been at our holistic center for 8 years now. We've been doing it for longer, but we've been at our physical location for 8 years. And for the past 8 years, you know, we've had the opportunity to meet with over 1,000 clients that come in. Some are still with us, and for those of you that have been with us the entire time, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sure you see the health benefits because of it. But throughout the past 8 years of clients coming in, there are two main things that we tend to see with mostly everyone that comes in. Not everyone, but mostly everyone that comes in. And that is weight issues. And the next thing is digestive issues. Those are the top two things that people are dealing with. And there are other things that people are dealing with, but they're connected to those two types of things in some form or the other. And if you notice lately, we've been talking a lot about weight loss, because we realize that that's just weight is a serious issue with most people. And we really want to start drilling down on the things that matter, the things that are really going to help you to take your life to the next level and to begin that process of healing within yourself. So we have to address the things that people are actually dealing with. And so we really want to start putting our focal point on the things that really matter and the deep-rooted issues that people are having. Last week, we did something on food addictions. And most likely, if there is a food addiction, that's going to accompany a weight issue, that's going to accompany a digestive issue. So everything most of the time is going to come back to those two things. And a lot of people have digestive issues. And we're talking about the digestive system and everything that is connected to your digestive tract. So when we talk about digestive issues, that's really a broad spectrum of things. So many people that come to us, their digestive issues is in the form of having difficulty moving their bowels, constipation, the medical industry calls it. So they have a difficult time moving their bowels. They're experiencing gas, bloatedness, indigestion, and poor skin. Like it's just we don't necessarily relate the skin to the digestive system, but everything that the digestive system is going to have an effect on, then we would connect that to the digestive system. And before we kind of get into some things that you can really do to begin to help your digestive system, I want to share my story with you, because I used to have severe digestive issues. And a lot of times the medical industry, when they look at certain things, especially in the case of digestive issues and constipation, they have a tendency to group everyone together. So right now, believe it or not, most people are not moving their bowels every single day. We get a lot of people that come in, and most people will skip a day. Or we get a lot of clients that will have bowel movements every few days, couple of times a week. We get clients in here that are moving their bowels every other week. And believe it or not, we actually get clients that are only moving their bowels 1 or 2 times a month. And because people are moving their bowels so far and few in between, and this seems to be across the board, this is categorized as normal. A lot of people are going to the doctors, and the doctors are telling them that if this is something that they've been doing for a long time, that this is normal for them. So you have people that have accepted that as being normal. And when I was a child, when I was very young, I was only moving my bowels 1 to 2 times per week. And I was always told that my doctor at a young age told me that was normal for me. And I get a lot of clients that come in here, and their doctors are telling them that this is normal for them, but they don't feel right. And they're coming in because something doesn't feel right. But they've been doing it for so long that they just want some relief, and they're just doing things to try to help, but they've accepted that. So I remember, I have memories of when I was young, and I remember my dad, he was always going to the bathroom. Like every day I would see my dad going into the bathroom, and I knew that he was going into the bathroom. And I know it's not the healthiest thing, but it is what it is. He would go into the bathroom with a paper, a sports magazine, and a cigarette. When you saw him going in with his work, his tools, he was going in there to get busy in the bathroom. And I used to say to my dad, Dad, you're going to the bathroom again? And he's like, yeah, I move my bowels every single day. And I kid you not, like, I actually thought that that was disgusting. I thought it was disgusting that, you know, he was moving his bowels every single day. I looked at that as a problem, you know, and he was telling me that, no, this is normal. You know, I've always gone to the bathroom every day, and a lot of people go to the bathroom every day, you know, but at that time I was only going to the bathroom 1 to 2 times a week. And, you know, it's unfortunate my dad didn't have the proper education to just look at me and say, you know what, you're not moving every day. We need to look a little bit deeper and do something about it. But at the time, he would just kind of, you know, laugh it off. So, you know, growing up, my parents are from the South, and, you know, they did like to do a lot of home remedies and things like that. So, you know, my parents would give us castor oil and cod liver oil, and, you know, they would give us suppositories and enemas if they, you know, saw that it was too long that we weren't going to the bathroom, just to keep us out and keep us regular. But growing up, that was my experience in the bathroom. It was literally going 1 to 2 times per week. And in my adulthood, in my early young adulthood, it was the same thing. I was only going to the bathroom 1 or 2 times per week. And it had gotten to the point for me that it was extremely painful. It was painful for me to go to the bathroom. And I know a lot of people experience that. You know, I used to have to, like, going to the bathroom for me was a mission. You know, when I went to the bathroom, it was work. I would sweat. I would sweat in the bathroom just to go to the bathroom. And a lot of times I didn't even want to go to the bathroom because I knew that it would be very painful for me to go. And just as a relevant side note, you know, you shouldn't have to strain to go to the bathroom. You shouldn't have to strain at all. Your weight should just fall out effortlessly. And it never was like that for me. I really struggled to go to the bathroom. And then one day, when I was going to the bathroom, I had extreme pain. And I looked into the toilet, and the toilet was covered with blood. You know, I was actually bleeding, and I was very concerned. And I found out that I had ruptured a hemorrhoid. So I ended up developing hemorrhoids, and every time I went to the bathroom, I would get blood. And the blood wasn't coming from my stool. The blood was coming from straining. So when I wiped, there was blood. It was a horrible experience. And I went to the doctor about it, and my medical doctor actually told me that this happens from time to time. He did not really relate it to eating. He just told me that I needed to get more fiber in my diet. He told me that I needed to take Metamucil. So he pretty much put me on extra fiber. I tried to take the Metamucil, and for me personally, I thought that it made it worse. And we get a lot of clients that come in here that tell us that they were just told to take more Metamucil. And if you're constipated, if you're extremely constipated, increasing your fiber is not going to correct the issue. It will make it worse, especially if you're taking bulking agents like psyllium husk and things of that nature. Psyllium husk takes an extreme amount of water in order to move it out of your system. So if you're just taking this extra fiber and you're not increasing your water, it makes matters worse. So for me, it made matters worse. I could not go to the bathroom, and that was a serious problem. You know, I didn't want to go to the bathroom when I was out because I knew that it would be a problem. And at home, I barely wanted to go, and I would literally be in the bathroom for an hour just trying to have a bowel movement. And then when something finally came out, it was hard, and it was a small piece. And it's like you put all of this work in just for that. It was ridiculous. And I'm not saying this to, you know, make you laugh. It could be funny. I'm not saying this to gross you out. I mean, this is the space to be able to talk about it. We're talking about your digestive system. I'm saying this because I have experienced this, and I know a lot of people out there are having digestive issues. And when I really started to get into holistic health and really started to study this stuff and really understand it, what I learned was that you're supposed to have, when you eat something, it's supposed to move through your system within 24 hours. It shouldn't take longer than 24 hours to move out of your system. So if you're eating something today, right now it's like 6:30 p.m. approximately. If you're eating something at 6:30 today, by 6:30 tomorrow, it should move out of your system. And that wasn't happening for me. And everyone was telling me that, well, not everyone, the doctors that I was going to, they were telling me that this was normal. And if this is something that has been happening for my entire life, this was something that I had to accept as this was just me. But I had a difficult time accepting that, especially the more that I studied and the more that I learned. So technically, if you're eating something, it has to leave your body. Your body, when you eat something, you eat it, it travels down through your digestive tract. Your body takes out of it what it needs. It disregards the rest. That's the waste, along with other waste that your body accumulates, and it dumps this out of your body. And this is a 24-hour process. So if you're eating 3 meals a day over a 24-hour period, 3 meals should be coming out. If any of you have children out there, if you have, nieces, nephews, godchildren, or you spend some time around babies, what you will notice is the amount of times that they eat is the amount of times that they have a bowel movement. When they eat, it's coming out. If you've given them 4 bottles or 4 meals or whatever, it's coming out that amount of times, because that is how a healthy digestive system is supposed to work. But a lot of times in our adulthood, it's not working like that, and it wasn't working like that for me either. As I tell my story, we'll stop a moment and we'll also add in how you can assist with your digestive system. And one of the things that I didn't have a relationship with water. It was a time where I actually said that I hated water, and I walk around with my water right now. Both of us, we walk around with water. And if you're not hydrating yourself properly, your digestive system isn't going to function the way that it's supposed to. Your body isn't going to function the way that it's supposed to. And I would say 90% of the time when a client comes in here and they're not moving their bowels every day, 90% of the time, they are not drinking enough water. Right. And I know I wasn't drinking enough water. I hated water. And I use those words. I would say I hate water. So I wasn't drinking any water. So that had to change for me, and I began to drink more water. I began to drink the amount of water that I needed to drink, and I began to do the things that would rebalance and repair my digestive system. So I was medically told that me moving my bowels 2 times a week was normal for me, and that's something that I had to deal with for the rest of my life, because that was my makeup. I was told that, and I was told that by more than one medical doctor. They wanted to do colonoscopies on me at an early age, which I did not do. They wanted to what is it called when they go this way? I can't think of it right now. Yeah. I can't think of it right now. Endoscopy, I think they wanted to go this way with it. I was young. I did not want to do that. So I didn't do any of those things. I didn't want them to check and see what was going on. I wanted to take a natural approach to rebalancing myself. And I went on to increase the amount of times that I had bowel movements, and I went on to have a couple of bowel movements a day. In my adulthood, when I was told that it couldn't happen, because that's the way that your digestive system is supposed to move. When we have a lot of people out there that they don't even feel like it's possible. I was just talking to a client today, and she was saying that, you know, it's always been like this ever since she was little. So for her, it was normal, but it's not normal. Just because something is considered normal doesn't mean that it's right. Normal doesn't mean right. Normal is just a consensus. That's it. What everyone else is doing or what everyone else is experiencing, but that doesn't mean that it's right. If you're not moving your bowels every single day, that is not normal. You should be moving your bowels every single day. So I went from moving my bowels 1 to 2 times a day for, you know, since I was very young, all the way to my early 20s, to not having any digestive issues at all whatsoever. And that particular digestive issue led to me having some other health challenges that I was able to reverse. And I'll talk about those things in other videos. But now, no digestive issues. So it's very important that you understand that no matter where you are with your digestive system, you do have an opportunity to rebalance yourself and for your body to get back online and do the things that it needs to do. But there are some fundamental things that you need to do in order for that to take place. And we talk about weight loss, or what and how it relates, and weight gain and how it relates, is that if you have hard impacted waste in your digestive system, that's going to have an effect on how you are absorbing the foods that you're eating. And a lot of times we get all these calories, but we're not being fed. We're not feeding ourselves. So we're getting in empty calories in a sense. And what happens is we tend to overeat. We overeat because we're always hungry, because we're not feeding our bodies. And a lot of times when we overeat, we're eating a lot of the things that we shouldn't be having in the first place. So that can contribute to weight gain. And then a lot of times when your system is impacted, you're putting a lot of stress on your liver and your gallbladder, which affects how your body processes fat. And that's going to cause an issue with a sluggish liver, and that's going to affect how you lose weight. So everything is a chain. So your weight can be directly impacted by how well your digestive system is functioning. So that's a big deal. What a lot of people notice is that when they do detox programs, that they begin the process of losing weight, because you're rebooting your system in a sense, or getting out of your body's way and allowing your body to do the things that it needs to do in order for the weight to come off in the first place. So a lot of people get a lot of success from detoxification when it comes to digestive system and weight.
Yeah, and one thing I like to add with your digestive health in correlation to weight, your weight or losing weight, is, you know, most people, you know, when you want to lose weight, you know, the spring is coming, you want to be fit, you know, instantly people, even before they detox, which we always say, you detox first and then you change your, you know, then you kind of segue into eating more of a healthy diet. But just as important as how good you eat is how much your body assimilates the nutrients that you're eating. So if your digestive system is off, because our bodies are one of the most complex machineries on anywhere, on any planet, because our body is like a symphony going on. And when you're eating your food, by just chewing the food, it's supposed to signal things down to your gallbladder to secrete bile and so on and so forth, or your liver. But if your digestive system is off, it's going to throw everything off. So your body's going to be working harder to get those nutrients. It's not going to get all that it needs. So that's another correlation. If you're not moving daily at least once, you know, it's not good. Whatever you're doing is not going to be as effective, because we had so many people come in, especially women, because women, you know, stress is the #1 or leading cause of constipation in women, because we just handle stress differently than men. And women will come in and say, you know, I've cut out all the sugar, I've cut out all the junk, and I eat these vegetables and I still get bloated. It's because their digestive system is off. Because if you keep consuming, I don't care how good the food is, but if your body cannot eliminate the byproduct, it's just going to still throw you off. So that's why digestion is like the foundation, you know, for like good health and for weight loss. And for colon hydrotherapy, a lot of times people will come in, and some people use it misleadingly and say, oh, colon hydrotherapy causes you to lose weight. But we always speak the truth. You know, when you have a session and you eliminate the blockages that you have and you allow your body to operate the way that it should, you know, people start to see results in terms of losing weight because their bodies can work the way it's supposed to. The digestive system is working the way it's supposed to. So the colon hydrotherapy or detoxing is just a way of rewiring the body and helping it to operate at its most optimal level. So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, no, you raised a really good point. We've had 2 people within the last 2 weeks that have started doing consistent colon hydrotherapy, and they've dropped 10 pounds. And a lot of people would say the colon hydrotherapy, doing the colon hydrotherapy is what made them to lose the weight. And yeah, it did, but it really didn't. It's just that their bodies were so congested with toxins and blockages that their body just couldn't function. So now that they're releasing this waste from their bodies can do what it has been trying to do all along. And now the weight is falling off because they were able to free up some blockages that was in the way that was preventing them from doing it before. We get a lot of clients that come in and, you know, they want to lose weight, or they want to try to do something to assist their medical program with helping to rebalance their cardiovascular system. They may have gotten diagnosed by a medical doctor with high blood pressure and they're taking medication, so they want to try to assist with that process. And we put them on a detox, you know, and they're like, wait a minute, I want to lose weight, or wait a minute, I want to focus on this. Why am I doing colon hydrotherapy, or why do I have to take herbs for something that I didn't come here for? And, you know, your body is connected. And, you know, if you're trying to do all of this healthy stuff, eat all these healthy things and transform your body when you didn't clean it out, it's not going to be effective. You know, we spend so long eating the things that we shouldn't eat and congesting our bodies, and then we expect our bodies to just perform because we put ourselves on some type of program, or because we decided that now we want to do the right thing, that our bodies are just going to listen. It doesn't work like that. You have to cleanse out your temple. You have to cleanse your body out, and you have to get it back online, working the way that it's supposed to work.
Right.
And then once everything is working, then you can begin your journey. When people come in, what we do is we do a holistic health physical assessment. And I think that it's very important to do that so that you know from a personal perspective of where you are holistically with your health, so that you know specifically what it is that you need to do. So some people will come in because they're dealing with certain imbalances, and a lot of times I like to break our programs up into phases, and a lot of times we don't even get to why they came in until like the 3rd stage. The first 2 stages, we're just trying to set the stage in order to be able to actually do the work, because there are so many different things in our way. And a lot of times clients, we're so used to a medical approach where it's like you go to a medical doctor, he says, oh, you have high blood pressure, take this pill. You have constipation, take this pill. But it's not really helping you with your issue. What it's doing is it's dealing with it for you. So if you stop taking the pill, it doesn't work. And what we do is we work with your body, and we try to get your body to do what it needs to do on its own naturally. So we try to help you to create a space of balance so that your body can work in a balanced way.
Right, definitely. And that's what, you know, the holistic approach is, getting to the root of the issue. Assisting the body to do what it's already programmed to do. It's just unfortunate we just live in a day and time with processed foods, fast foods, sugar, which we're going to really dive into that eventually, about the sugar. People have issues with sugar, and that's really a catalyst for a lot of things that are going on. And that was I call it drug of choice. Sugar was for me. So we just wanted to leave you with that correlation between digestive health and weight loss. And before we go, I just want to mention, if you're on our blog, which is consciousyou.net, below this video, it's going to be a link. If you would like a free consultation with Jamal on weight loss and other health issues, he's doing free 20-minute consultations where you can pick his brain, get some assistance, get a roadmap. It was such a catalyst in my reversing my imbalances and my journey, because I didn't have to do it all by myself. And that's, so powerful. Getting a coach will speed up your results so much faster than trying to do it on your own. So just take advantage of our free phone consultations. It's going to be a link below this video on our blog, consciousyou.net. And that's about it. Do you have anything else to share?
Yeah, before we go, let's give them a couple of crucial tips.
Okay.
On what they can do to begin to rebalance the digestive system.
Okay, I'll list one.
Okay.
The one main one, Jamal mentioned it earlier, is water. Most people who have some digestive imbalance, they're not drinking enough. The goal is you take your weight, let's say you weighed 100 pounds, you take half of it, which will be 50 pounds, and that's the amount of water that you should be consuming each and every day at the minimum. But if you consume coffee, if you consume medication, if you consume sugar products, then it needs to be more, because all those things are dehydrating. If you take supplements, all these things are dehydrating. So half of your body weight in ounces should be the minimum amount of water to drink each day.
Yeah, definitely. You want to get the water in. Internal moisture is the key. If you're constipated, most likely you're not getting in enough water. If you're not happy with your complexion, most likely it's because you're not getting enough water and enough moisture. So we can't stress that enough. Carry your water around with you every day and drink it. Try to get in at least that half gallon a day, and shooting for half your weight in body ounces. Half your body weight in ounces if it's more than a half a gallon, and the water will transform your life. I know it's a lot of people out there that don't like water, but that's one of the worst mistakes that you can make. I mentioned this in a video I did the other day. You saying you're not liking water is like a car saying it doesn't like gas. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. You need to get water. And we're not talking about adding a little something in your water. We get people like, oh, can I add a little bit of Crystal Light to my water, or a little bit of this, a little bit.
A lemon.
Yeah, lemon. You need pure water. A lot of people, because we don't drink enough water and we haven't allowed ourselves to grow into enjoying the taste of water, a lot of people don't like the taste of water. So to help you to get there, you can add some lemon to your water. That's definitely going to help. A lot of people now are doing fruit infusions. So you can do a fruit infusion, and basically what that would be is you can take, let's say you like strawberries. You can take some strawberries and you can cut up some strawberries. You can put it at the bottom of a mason jar. You fill the mason jar up with water. You close the lid. You let it sit overnight. Then the next day you pour the water off, and it has just a little hint of that strawberry essence in there.
That's too much work.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
I don't know about you, but I got time for all that. I gotta drink my water.
But a lot of people, a lot of people, they this is what they got to do to get the water down. Whatever you have to do, get your water in. That's very important. So that's your homework. Your homework is to start drinking more water. And then the next thing is, a lot of times when we think about hydration, we're just thinking about water, but it's not always water that helps to hydrate and lubricate your digestive tract to help you to move. Water is definitely the number one thing to help you move. And the second thing when it comes to hydration is oils. Right. You want to make sure that you're getting in good quality oils to help to lubricate your system as well. So you obviously can get this through the good fats, making sure you get the good fats in your diet. Flaxseed oil is a very good internal moisturizer in a sense. You got flaxseed, you have hemp seed. If you consume animal products, you have fish oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, all of these things, macadamia nut oil, all of these things are high quality oils that are really good for lubricating your system. Chia seeds have high oils in them that are going to help to increase digestion and help with that moisture. So the first thing that you want to do before we get into anything else is you want to lubricate and moisturize yourself internally. You know, we're quicker to make sure that the outside is moisturized and looking good because that's what you see before we make sure that we put these things internally. So water, we want to increase your water, and you want to add some oils to your diet, the good fats, the good oils. So you want to go out and you want to get those good oils. And if you haven't been doing this, I recommend for, you know, probably a few weeks or a few months, I would do the oil straight. I would just go get some flax oil or some type of oil combination, and I would just take 1 tablespoon straight every single day, or add it to your smoothies or your shakes or something like that. Yeah. Any other tips?
One last quick one. Being active. And when I say be active, we're going into the spring, the weather's starting to break, walking. Because, you know, just that stimulates peristalsis, which is, you know, having your bowels move. So, and that's something that anyone can do at any level. Just get out and walk. Just get out there and walk, get the heart pumping, get the lungs going, and that will help in some cases. But really, the water and the oil is 2 top priority that I would recommend.
Yeah, that was a good one, the walking. And just to add on to that, add on to the walking to help you move, ab strength, like core strength. Like if you have a strong core, that's going to assist you with moving your bowels because it keeps everything tight. Your abs, your core, everything is tight. And the waist can just move through effortlessly when you have everything is core compacted and strong. You're going to move better. So you want to make sure that you keep a strong core. And the core will be, you know, your abs, obliques, lower back, the erectors. That's going to increase your digestive system process as well. So you definitely want to make sure that you're moving and you're keeping a strong core. You know, keeping a strong core isn't just for, you know, having a slim stomach for the appearance and a six-pack and all of that stuff. No, there's health benefits, extreme health benefits by keeping a strong core.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so we just wanted to leave you with that. We will see you next Saturday, same time, same place, different topic to empower you to live more consciously. And like I said, if you haven't taken advantage of it yet, click the link below on our blog, consciousyou.net on this video. Schedule your free 20-minute consultation with Jamal. It's free of charge. Pick his brain, get some assistance with anything that you need help with, and we will see you next Saturday. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Yeah, peace and prosperity.